Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Okay, here we go. Here's some topics that we're going to talk about. And so we have minutes, and then Lindsay, you want to bring your phone over for minutes?
No, hang on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm going to represent.
So this is
That's
episode
awesome.
6. We're going to spend 5 minutes talking to you. And it seems like 5 minutes is a long time, but it goes by really fast.
Okay.
And then these ones go by even faster. When we start talking about golf itself, it just becomes.
Yeah, I have a tendency to bring
Because I told
down.
her too, we could talk about the difference of what we bring when we're walking and then when we have a golf cart. And just, I was trying to give her some ideas of maybe what we would talk about.
Well, that's our third one, is what's in the bag.
Oh,
So we'll talk
Love it.
about winter stuff versus spring stuff that we wish we'd had the other day, or things that we're going to remember to put in our bag, and snacks. Because that's the one thing I keep forgetting is snacks. I always keep snacks in my bag.
I feel like
Okay.
when I'm walking, I have no time for snacks.
Really? I
I
walk while I eat.
agree because you're kind of constantly in motion.
Oh, I'm all,
And I actually prefer not to drive the cart because then I've got time to do other stuff.
I like
good.
to
When I drive the cart, you have to pay attention more.
Mhm.
Okay,
I like
so Lindsay, do you want to, when we get to 4 minutes, I'm going to do something that's going to make it so I can turn it off and we can go, and then we can record a second.
Okay, I'm going to put on a timer. Should I do a timer or a stopwatch?
Stopwatch.
Okay, tell me when to start.
Okay, I'll tell you when to start. But what we want to do is when we get to the place where we ask her who her favorite player is, then right after she's done explaining that, just everybody stop talking.
All right, I don't know favorite player. I don't have a favorite player.
I'm not asking you.
I know.
Okay. Okay, should I not ask you that?
No,
Do
you
you have
should.
them? Okay.
I have opinions.
Okay.
There you go.
Why can't I hear? Okay, here we go. Stop, hold on.
And just remember when you are talking to talk right up to the
Because whenever I said you
That's right.
hear yourself.
like this. Turn your little stand so two things are at the edge, and then it'll be closer to it. Perfect.
Okay, so again. Hi, this is Jan from the Girls Go Golfing. I just fucked that up, so let me start over. Hi, this is Jan Brownstein, founder of Girls Go Golfing and co-host of Utah Golf Radio. You can catch Utah Golf Radio every Saturday from 8 to 10 on Utah's #1 sports talk, ESPN 700. So today is kind of fun because we have a new girl joining us today, and so we're really excited. She is the epitome of why we have Girls Go Golfing. We posted something, and she jumped in and said, I'd like to play, and now she's in it. She's in it, whether she likes it or not. Okay, her name is Angela Applegate, but we call her Angie. And then first I want to talk about your cool last name.
It is a cool last name.
I know, isn't it a cool last
I
name?
really like it.
I came from, my maiden name is Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
To go to Applegate I felt a little bit more colorful and I don't know where it really comes from, other than if you met an Applegate, there's a good chance we're related.
Okay, so
That's right.
like Christina Applegate, you could totally be related to her.
I claim that, yes.
Okay, do.
I haven't done the work
You know
to
what's
find
really
out for
funny?
sure.
I think that I met another guy who his last name is Verlander, who's a famous baseball player. And I asked him if he's related, and he went into a story, I'm not kidding you, that was 4 minutes long, about how the different cousins and might be related to this cousin, and it was insane. And finally I said, next time someone asks you if you're related, just say yes.
That is a good answer. Yes.
Just say yes.
Yours was a short answer, so yes.
More than likely.
But it is nice to have you, Angie,
Thank you.
and it's been fun. Anytime there is a new player, we always enjoy them and have a great time.
Well, I like to know your history of golf. I mean, what got you into golf? Who was it? Who was the person that got you into golf?
So it started about 2016. My husband's a golfer, and he's been a casual golfer all of his life, for work or social things. And in 2016, our kids were getting a little older. There was no more Saturday games.
How many kids do you have?
We have 3.
Okay, and they're all relative.
They're all either in college or just finishing
Okay,
college.
cool.
So we have more time to ourselves, and we do like hanging out with each other.
That's so nice.
Love it.
Yeah. So I mentioned that I was interested, and the next day he came home with a set of clubs, and here are some lessons, because it's always best not, in my opinion, to get lessons from your husband, because sometimes, I don't know, it's hard to take criticism from someone that you care about so
Okay.
much.
So you
I like
have
that.
said the same thing that we all say.
Okay, good.
I say that to every woman. My husband is my coach. I said, "Do you want to stay married?"
Yes.
It's not a position, and the best way to say it is this: your husband simply isn't good enough to be your coach.
Exactly. Just because you know how to play
Mhm.
doesn't mean you
Doesn't
know how to
mean you
teach.
can
it.
teach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. What
I
a
love that he
great
got
way
you lessons. I love that
to
he
do
heard
that.
you.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. I really like
Here
him.
you go
That's
with
really
a new
good.
set of
So that
clubs.
was 2016. I have
Mhm.
to honestly say your play is really good. You
Yes.
have
Thank
such
you.
a solid game,
Thanks.
and I was definitely impressed. So, okay,
Yes, thank you.
2016. You.
Yeah, we just started going to the range, just hanging out, and then it's uncomfortable going to the course itself to actually play. So that was probably a year later, and it just become, I guess, I'm a little bit obsessed about it.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
not
about it all the
hard.
time. It takes up a lot of my thoughts, a lot of our time, and I love everything about it. Just the
It's-
exercise, the outdoors, and then meeting people.
Yeah.
Once you get out of the uncomfortable phase
Mhm.
of looking stupid all the time if you're new, once you're okay with looking bad,
We're going to do a video on how to come to a golf course and not be intimidated by it.
that would be
Because
really
I think
good.
that, most women are their first round, but we have to learn somewhere. And guess
Mhm.
what? The guys have to learn somewhere too. And so we all have to learn this game, and so we have to take it with a grain of salt, with the person in front of us. As long as they know that, as long as they have pace of play,
Mhm.
I don't care if they're learning.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just pace of play. Know when to pick it up.
yeah, you can play bad, just don't play bad
Well,
slowly.
goodness sakes, there are people who know how to play golf and still don't pick it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
Okay, very cool. Well, we are so happy that you joined us, and we're so looking forward to playing more golf with you.
Same, thank you.
Okay, then we can take a breath, and then
I know my throat was getting scratchy.
That was perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was really good. That was really
We
good.
only had 4 minutes. Okay, that's good. I said 5 minutes, so we did
That was good
perfect
time.
timing.
Okay, good.
Okay, so our next thing is the first spring round was Nibley Park. Now we haven't played. We played in St. George, and we can mention that, but we haven't played in Salt Lake since it's been nice.
Right.
We played. Yeah,
Was Nibley our first?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did Sand Hollow 2 weeks prior to that. It was
I played
spooked
Sand
again.
Hollow 2 weeks prior to that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I played the
These
Leeds course,
turds?
though.
Probably
Lovely.
just 2 ships in the night.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
It rained
was
right
so
before
beautiful.
and rained right after. It was meant to be.
Yes.
The
And
heavens
we'll talk
opened
about
up.
it's not our first round because we all travel and things like that, but that
Yes.
doesn't count as your first Utah round. Okay, so this one's going to be a lot longer. And so I'll watch the clock. But there's a lot in here. So we have Nibley Park, things we liked, room for improvement, how we played, final thoughts on Nibley Park, and then we'll go to Old Mill. We'll talk about the walking.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to give them a compliment sandwich. And that's something I do new on the podcast is a compliment sandwich. You know what that is.
No.
A compliment sandwich is this. This Old Mill is incredible. If you have to walk the back 9, you're a dead man. But boy, I had a killer sandwich. So it's a compliment, a dig, and a compliment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a compliment sandwich. Maybe I won't do a compliment sandwich. Maybe we'll just talk about it. If I don't say compliment sandwich, then we won't do it. But that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a new thing I've been doing.
You want me to
Okay,
restart this?
Yeah, start that.
Restart it or
Yeah,
leave it?
restart it.
Okay.
Okay. Ready, steady, go. Okay, so guess what, you guys? You guys were there. So we had our first Utah round. Now, we've all played rounds in Vegas and Phoenix, and something's happening. Hold on. Okay. So how? Oh my God! Why are you
Why does it
doing
keep-
that?
Can you hear it?
I can. It looks like there's a window open in the background with a video or something on.
Oh, maybe I have to just do this. I just have to go to the end of this one and start at the end of this one. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Okay, here we go again. We're gonna act like we're just really happy that you're with us still.
Just
We are.
pretend.
Yeah, just
We are.
okay.
She didn't even announce
just
me.
pretend.
I'm just a voice
Oh.
in the podcast. Everyone knows my voice because I sound like I'm laying down when I'm talking.
Okay, I have to
Never
start.
happened.
We have to start over.
But I'm usually sitting on the floor.
Oh,
I could lay down, but
Yeah.
my
So
headphones
voice.
Well,
won't
it
reach.
was either that or she sexy talks. It
And I
was
didn't like that one.
Yeah, she didn't like coming off as sexy talk, so she wanted to come off as laying down, as lazy.
I'm just lazy.
it's so much effort to
I know.
enunciate.
Oh my God! Okay, ready? So we played our first round in Utah, and well, I mean, we played some frozen rounds. I mean, let's talk about our one round. Let's talk about the
Arizona?
first. No, let's talk about the actual first round of golf we played in the state of Utah. Was at the Ranches. Do you
Oh.
remember that?
Last year?
No. We played. Oh, it was last year.
It was last year.
Dang it! I messed that whole thing up. I feel like I'm going to start over. Dang it! I messed that whole thing up.
Well, you wanted to kind of talk about San
Yeah, I
Diego
did.
and
Oh,
Vegas.
okay.
It's okay.
Take 3.
Mm-hmm. Good thing I had to do that. Okay, so let's talk about Nibley Park. So, in one of our podcasts, I did remind you guys that Nibley Park turned 100. Can you believe that? That
Wow.
golf course has been here for 100 years.
My goodness.
That's
Kind of,
crazy.
I mean, it's just so cool.
That's profound.
So we played, and it was beautiful weather. I mean, I wasn't even nervous that it was going to be cold or anything. It was.
No.
And Paul Pugmire, host of Utah Golf Radio, you can catch Utah Golf Radio every Saturday from 8 to 10 on Utah's #1 sports talk, ESPN 700. Paul Pugmire says there's two kinds of weather. There's weather, and then there's golf weather. And so we've been experiencing golf weather for the last 3 days. It's a little unnerving because they said it's going to rain. They say snow. I think that the weather people are just bored now because they're not going to have anything to talk about. There's not going to be
Right.
any, what do they call it, first alert weather.
Exactly.
So now, I mean, what they should do is they should embrace it and they should give us golf course conditions.
That would be awesome.
You know what? I'm going to call
I'd probably
them.
watch.
Yeah, I'm going to call them and give them a suggestion. Or maybe I'll just do it.
There you go.
Girls
Sometimes
go
even
golfing or wondering.
yeah,
There you go.
the ski resorts sometimes they have an
They
update.
do.
They should do it
Absolutely.
for
They
golf
should
courses.
golf report.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay, so we played the other day. We played mid-morning or early afternoon. And I thought we played really well. And Angie, I have to compliment you on your game because your game was really nice and it was fun to watch.
Thank you.
And you did really well.
I thought we all played real well together.
Yeah, we all had really
Was
good shots.
Our
I mean,
first drive on the first hole there, all 3 balls
all three
were
balls were
there.
right next
So
to each other.
it was a
Yeah,
match.
that was fun.
Yes.
I think we do kind of match in that way.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of times where our balls were just right in a row.
Mm-hmm. And we were walking, which made it even nicer outside.
What's your opinion about walking versus riding?
I'd much rather ride.
Okay, well, doesn't it? I see. For me, it depends on the course.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't mind walking. It just depends on what course we're gonna be playing.
If it's a flat, low one, I mean, there's more than
Yes.
a handful of them.
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
Glendale is one, Forestville, Nibley,
Meadowbrook.
McRiley, Meadowbrook,
Murray
Four Lakes.
Parks.
Four Lakes.
Four Lakes, yeah.
Yeah. So they're all, I mean, walkable courses, and I enjoy the walk. I mean, it's
Yes.
almost, well, 2 miles. I mean, that's pretty good,
It just feels good too when you know you're walking.
and it doesn't feel like actual exercise.
Yeah.
It's true, because you're distracted by your game. I like the idea of walking up to the green slower from the fairway instead of off to the side by the cart. So I kind of get an idea of what the green
Yeah,
will
looks
look
like.
like. I have more time to think to myself too.
Well,
when I
that's the
walk.
other thing too, is that Lindsay said in her goals, in her 2023 goals, is she wants to slow down. And, you know, kind of all of the parts of her game. And I kind of admire that, because that's really what I've had to do with my driver, is I've had to learn how to slow down. Where am I in a hurry? I feel I do that to myself. This morning I did that to myself, because they put us out before another group, and we needed to go before the group, so I felt like we had to hurry.
Right.
Exactly.
And
And
it
we
wasn't
don't
like that
have
at all.
to.
No, it wasn't like that at all. And that dictated the first part of my game, the
Yeah.
first hole.
And I don't believe that we play long, like that it takes a long time. I just know that I feel sometimes I'll do the same thing to myself, where I'm hustling myself for no reason. And so this year I've really worked on it the few times that we've gone.
What part of your game do you feel like you need to work on the most? Or do you even have to at this point? It's so early in the game. It's so early in the season that it's really hard to say, oh yeah, I blew it at this, or I sucked at this.
Yeah, well, especially with new clubs, I'm having a different game, but I'm really enjoying it. And so just knowing that I've kind of just slowed down, it almost helps me to relax every part of my body, my grip, everything, to where I'm really focused right before that shot.
And Lindsay, your swing, we've always said, is your follow through is, there aren't words. It's just so pretty.
It's so fun. Sometimes I don't even know how I end up in, like, just
In
ready.
that position.
Yeah.
Well, one time I took a picture of her and I added wings. She looked like a fairy spinning all the way around the way that she does.
Yeah.
It's a cute skirt.
Yeah,
You're
it
in the
was.
perfect posture at your
She
finish.
was. It
I'm
was
like, I want to do
nutballs.
that.
It was crazy. It was
I want
cute.
to do that when I
That's
grow
awesome.
up.
Yeah, when I grow up.
I want to be you.
I want to be Lindsay.
Yeah, I enjoy the follow through because I remember where that will carry my ball. And so instead of slowing down at that very end, sometimes I'll do that. I'll stop in my backswing a little bit, but when I follow all the way through it, my shoulder tends to just lead the way and I get back up to position.
I
So,
like that.
yeah.
What holes did we love and we didn't love? I have to tell you, I played the worst hole. Number 4 is my favorite, that long along the street, along 9th East. And that has always been my money ball hole. I love that hole. I can hit it past the 150 marker, and then I just pop it up on the green. It's my favorite hole.
Yeah.
But I think I got a 7.
I think I did too as well, and I even used an iron getting up to the green, and I was really impressed because I'm using irons now, and I was like, yeah, and then I still blew it on the green with like a 4-putt.
I know what you're feeling. I am using new irons as well.
Yes.
From Scott Golf, and I did the right thing, and I did post this. I did the right thing. All the new clubs I got, I took out all my old clubs so that I wouldn't be able to lean on them. And so I'm forcing myself to do this, and I've done it before, but I definitely kept them in the trunk of the car. Maybe it was just to threaten the new clubs to say, don't think for 1 second. I mean, it's that song, all your stuff's in a box to the left.
Yeah, but
All
I was
your old
impressed. I was real impressed with how you openly laid them out and were like, no, I'm swapping things out. I'm gonna give some, to my grandson, what you were talking about. I just was impressed.
Yeah, I gave him all my old clubs. I mean, I gave him LeBron.
Wow. Yeah.
LeBron is a 60-degree Cleveland wedge. So I have funky names for most of my clubs.
Yeah.
So the new irons are going to have to get renamed. But I'll tell you what, that pitching wedge,
Yeah.
it did it for me today.
It was quiet too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice.
today it worked
Yeah,
out well
it
today
worked
too.
really well today.
Well, yeah, when you were playing with it at Nibley, I mean, that one long hit when you just went for it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. But you made it look easy.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it was great.
Good. So, okay, we played another round too. We got so lucky. We got to play on Saturday and Sunday
With Angie.
with Angie both times. How cool is that?
I know, I was excited because, I mean, we had such a great time at Nibley that when you play well with others, it's really nice to see that same group again, I think, too, to just kind of get used to it and then just feel
Well,
that
you really
comfort.
get to know each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know what it is? It's, you don't want to do this with guys because it takes a little bit too long, but you kind of do want to take a first date golfing or on the driving range because you're going to kind of see what you're getting as far as temperament and things like that. But, yeah, I think that we should have girl dates where we get to know each other on the driving range, or 9 holes.
Yeah.
I think that it's just, isn't it funny that relationship after 9 holes you have with a woman than the, you know, the 2 guys that you were paired with? I mean, even though they're really great guys and you end up being friends and you play golf again, it's not the same as finding a girlfriend and playing golf.
Well, and we had a fourth with us, Gundi.
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 Oh, we did
She's so much
Gundi.
fun.
She was a riot.
She
She's fun.
is a riot.
And she could play.
And oh
was
my
fun.
goodness, can she play? And so we're gonna definitely have her on an episode because she said she would do it. She's a scream, and it's so funny because I kept chastising Lindsay because she kept calling her Gundy. And I'm
Oh
like,
no, I did too.
But I said you have to say it her way because it sounds so
Gundi.
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 Is
I
Gundi.
know. I loved it.
And then I just wanted to talk like her the whole time.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, she's a good golfer.
Yeah,
It's a good game.
She also knows my aunt, so here we're playing.
Yes,
that's
and
right.
found out that she knows my aunt from 25 years ago. And then I get home and my aunt calls me and I ask her, "Do you remember Gundi?" And she remembered her right away. I mean, it's an interesting name. You can't
Right.
really forget that. But she was right on top of it. She's like, "At Willow Creek." She's from Willow Creek. And just, I'm like, this was just awesome. So it'll be fun to tell Gundi when I see her again that I spoke with my aunt about her and how they played. My aunt even remembered they played at Willow Creek with a lady named Linda. And that's
Wow.
how she met Gundi.
Well, I honestly think that is how we make relationships in golf with women. It's more than just a "Hey, how you doing?" like guys. It's really a "Hey, how are you
Support,
doing?
too.
Can we play golf together?"
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
it's such a beautiful, natural, organic thing that happens.
I'm always excited every time someone new shows up to play. I just am like, this is so cool because I always wanted other people to play with too, as a woman, you know. And,
Well, you've played for a decade. I played for
Yeah.
a decade, and we played 6 of those years with men or by ourselves.
Oh, exactly. And so this has been a lifestyle change in the game for me, and I love it because I just have a different comfort zone where being with other ladies out there on the course. It's just a lot of fun, and I learn so much every time.
Exactly. On all levels too. It doesn't matter
Yeah, all
if they're
skill
just
levels.
beginning. It doesn't matter. There's always a connection.
Confidence, how you set up a tee, how someone
Well,
pulls.
I think
yeah,
that's
there's so many
exactly it.
things.
We're so complimentary and so supportive to everybody. There's never any. I mean, I do give you guys a little bit of shit because I can,
Yeah.
and we give it to each other. It
Yeah.
happens, but
You mean when we top a ball?
yeah, or do something
Twice.
Just do something that is really uncharacteristic of you, and so and I think it's fun to do that because we're calling I mean, you're calling yourself out, and so
Yeah.
something I wanted to do this year, but I tried it today, and it's never going to happen. It's impossible. Commentary. I was going to try to not commentary on every shot that I take.
That's right.
Then I realized no one can do that because every shot you take, you talk to yourself and you do it out loud.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Well, I don't know if you feel like you have to explain to other people what happened, or are you explaining it to
I
yourself?
know. Well, I almost think in some ways you're comforting yourself for what you did.
Right. Well, and knowing what you did, I think is amazing.
Well, here's the thing. That's the problem. With playing as long as we have and playing so much, we know exactly what we did wrong.
Yes.
That is the problem. I mean, we know what we're doing wrong as we're drawing back to take our swing.
I know.
And we just can't stop it. It's just,
Yep.
That's only half the battle is knowing. The other half is now what do I do to fix it?
yeah.
Next shot.
Going back to Old Mill, a few things. So we had an experience, and it's going to take a minute to talk about this, but I don't know if any of you have played Old Mill, and I bet a lot of you have, and it's extremely hilly, and you're really grateful that you have a golf cart. Well, we were so desperate, desperate to play golf at even Old Mill, that when they told us it was walking only, we said, okay,
Sure.
Okay.
sure, let's do that.
What time?
Yeah, we said, okay.
I can do that.
I will say that by the end of it, everyone said, if you had told me it was walk only, I would have said no. I said, if I had known it was walk only, I wouldn't have asked.
Oh, I tried to get out of it earlier when I knew it was
She
walking.
did, she did. And I gave her crap about it. I'm like, no, you can't, you have to go. I mean, it's not going to be that bad. And
I'm like, okay.
Guess what? It was that bad.
Yeah, I went and got my cart, like got everything ready, and I'm like, okay, I'm going. And then our walk back when we were done uphill was beautiful. That was just you can't beat that view of the mountains going uphill.
I didn't look up. I was looking down the whole time. Just stay pace. Keep your pace. You got it. Get to the top.
Yeah, our breaks were nice. We were stopping, taking little breathers here and there. Luckily, no one was playing in towards us, so we were good.
We had to take the breathers. I mean, it's funny because it just, it's hard to put into words the pain. It was experienced.
You mean the next day or during?
During. I didn't feel anything the next day.
Oh.
It was during. It was just incredibly hard.
Yeah,
and then
I was
we're
just
also
lazy.
trying to play as well. So luckily we gave up and we walked back up 10, called it a day, and really felt good about it.
Yeah, it was.
We played
it was
really
good.
well.
It was good.
Do you think that has something to do with the walking? We were talking about that yesterday, or at Nibley, we talked about that, the walking versus the riding. And we always talk about it, but
Yeah.
I enjoy the walk more than the ride.
Yes.
I do, but I agree with Lindsay. It has to be walkable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like we wouldn't want to
Okay,
walk
all right,
Bonneville.
fine. Hell no. Or Mountain Dell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I doubt they'd even let anybody on.
I don't,
without
at
a
Mountain Dell,
card.
they do not allow you to walk.
Yeah.
And that's probably...
That's a good thing.
Seriously, I wanted to call the golf shop and see if they could just send a cart down for us, and we just go up in pairs.
That's funny.
It's too funny. Well, one other thing I want to bring up about Old Mill is their cafe is open, and if you've ever eaten there, it is incredible. They have such good food. So if you
Yes.
have a chance, stop by there and grab something and say hi.
Definitely make
Agreed.
the time to get some food.
Yeah, don't get food before you go. Get food while you're there, because it's awesome. Perfect.
That was great.
That was perfection. It's really fat. It goes by.
See, it
really
is
fast.
kinda
Look
quick.
at all these
Super
buttons.
What are you pushing?
Wait, it didn't do it.
It's like
Oh,
the
he's
clap.
programmed them already.
Oh,
Do we have sound effects?
No, we don't. On mine
Doing.
we do.
Yeah.
It's like clapping.
yeah.
Do we
like
get
the
an applause?
Yes, on mine.
Applause.
On mine does that.
Does he still have yours?
Yeah, he does. We're gonna switch out here soon. So we're going to St. George in 2 weeks. It's probably gonna be 100.
Did I see it was Sunbrook? Is that right?
That's what I don't work that Friday. We're leaving.
Oh, we're gonna leave early
Nice.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we're going down for the Epson tour, the Copper Rock. It's when all the the pros, the lady pros come in. And basically, the Epson tour is the feeder into the LPGA.
I
So-
followed it. In fact, when you go to Copper Rock, I've seen players show up with their coaches because
Oh,
we
good.
golfed just a few days before last year.
Yeah,
So-
2 years ago, I got to see Rose Zhang, and she's the one that just won the Masters.
Yes.
She's just fun to watch. I mean, she's a little thing. I mean, she's tall, but she's just skinny, and she can just whack that ball like nobody's business.
Wow, so fun to watch.
I
So, are
agree.
you playing Copper Rock? Or are you there just to help?
No,
like,
we're
what,
just
volunteers?
we're actually no, just there as guests of
Okay.
guests of the event people. They put it on, and we do the show there, and they give us passes and things like that. So it's really nice. So we get to watch all of it. I mean, and the walk. I mean, it's hard, but it's a good walk. I mean, as long as you're not carrying anything.
Right.
The walk is totally different. I mean, we could have walked Old Mill if somebody carried our bag. It's not the
Yes.
walk, it's the
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
And I started questioning, okay, what clubs would I leave behind?
I know.
Because I did take out about a dozen golf balls, thinking that was going to help. Obviously, it's probably just a pound and a half.
It's like my water just weighs a lot.
Uh-huh.
But
I did. I started thinking, like, okay, how many fairway woods? It's
Yeah.
my favorite iron.
Oh my gosh.
It's-
Yeah, I was thinking about that today when I was walking Forestdale. I think I could do it with a 5-iron, an 8-iron, a 50, and a putter.
aren't we playing while we're down there that weekend
Oh,
though?
we're playing Sky Mountain on Sunday.
Nice.
At
That has
8 in the
been our
morning.
white whale. We
Who else is gonna play
can't get
with
there.
us?
Me, you, Kelly from down
What are
there.
you gonna do? Do you want to go or can you?
Yeah.
27th, I'm flying out to Yachats, Oregon, to meet my brother.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
guys done by the 27th?
Yeah.
Or-
No, we don't leave until
Oh,
the 20.
it's the exact same
Yeah.
time. I did look at that when you posted it maybe a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded really
We're
fun.
leaving on the 28th and
Mhm.
back on the
Okay.
30th.
That's too bad. Next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a road trip. I think that would be fun.
Marianne can't go for some reason.
Maybe she's taking breaks.
I know she might be taking a break. She might be taking a break from us. Poor Marianne, she met us last January, and we have taken her on a ride. I mean, no less than 6 trips to St. George. We've been
So
to Vegas,
fun.
we've been to Phoenix, we've been to Page.
Nice.
Are we still
She
live?
needs a rest. I don't know why I'm fine with it.
Are we live still?
Yeah, that's fine.
great.
I don't know. Maybe I have way too much energy.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do other dumb things, but yeah, it's just, I
That comes
just,
from your healthy lifestyle
That's
of
my
golf and sun.
yes, golf. At least I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, there's no more.
Oh my God, remember the amount of alcohol we used to drink?
Well, and I mean, it's not even like I would drink too much, but it was.
But it
enough
was just
that
how
not doing
often we did it.
Yeah, it's like because I was always golfing.
Yeah, we're golfing and we drink every single time we golf, and then it just becomes, then you start drinking at home, and then
But
I
it's
start drinking
been-
at work.
Yeah, 9 months now that I haven't. So.
9 months, that's great. I always get mixed up because we'll go, if you go down to St. George in the middle of the summer, triple digit, it's really cheap. So
Yeah.
you might have, and we can golf in triple digits.
Yeah, so can I.
As long as you're under the cart for
Mhm.
shade and
Yep.
you just
Yes.
conserve your energy.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
you
walk.
and you make sure you have your ice towels.
Yeah,
and
plenty of
your spray,
liquids.
and your spray bottle. and
Spray
your liquids,
bottles
you're good to
always
go.
help, I
Spray
think.
bottles, the money.
Oh yeah,
Killer.
I just don't know
Spray
how
bottles.
people add alcohol into that mix
I don't either.
when it's triple
Well,
digits
but
and you're
that's
melting.
the thing is when you're done though, you can probably go out to dinner. They cannot.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're ruined for the night.
It's not. I don't mind if people
I don't
drink
care
while
if they want to do it.
I just know that I can messes with my game. I'm
Yeah.
a little bit. I'm thinking about my game instead of
Yep.
the social part of it, which
Yeah.
I need to balance that better.
And that's more along the lines of when I became a more golf addict to use when I stopped drinking is
Yeah.
because I replaced, and I've said this, I replaced drinking with golf.
That's a good
And I had to
substitute.
learn, but I had to learn to play golf again without drinking. Someone who smokes cigarettes, I had to learn. I used to smoke, so I had to learn how to drink coffee again because I couldn't have coffee without a cigarette. And then I had to learn to drink
yeah.
Diet Coke again because Diet Coke came with Captain Morgan. So I couldn't drink a Diet Coke because it reminded me too much of Captain Morgan and Sailor Jerry.
So they become rituals that you have to
Mhm.
get rid of.
Yeah, it's a ritual
Yeah.
more than it is
Habit.
a habit
Mm-hmm,
or
I could see that.
addiction.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it really is. It gets you, and it's crazy, and then it turns into the addiction part.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy.
So it is definitely a new game.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's a very different game that we play now.
Yeah.
Well, I was
You
even
know what
playing.
it is? I think we just don't care when we're drunk. That's where when you don't care about your game.
Yeah.
Versus playing a bad game, you just don't care. I didn't care. I'd take gimmies from halfway across the.
Would you
green.
play better, or Did you say your game is better now?
My game is better now, but I was really lucky then.
Oh, okay. Some people play better with a beer or two
Mhm.
because some of their thoughts.
Yeah, it does
Or-
work. I mean, it does work for some people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not adverse to having a shot now and then, but it's not like, even when I do it, it's just so hideous.
Yeah. Y'all see what it does to me?
It's so awful. And they're like, no, I just have one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say no when someone's celebrating, but obviously you can
Yeah.
celebrate
I'm
differently.
really good at it.
It's
Really good at
celebrating?
saying no.
Oh, okay.
I love celebrating.
Right?
Just wanted to make sure I understood that.
Well, I still smoke, so I consider that a thing, but that also doesn't put you on your back and make you retarded and everything else, so, for replacing. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, stop, I did that wrong.
Oh, what are we doing now?
Hold on. I'm gonna lead into what's in the bag right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm talking about carrying our bags or pushing our bags at Old Mill. And you were talking about what you could take out of your bag. Let's do that. Let's talk about what's in the bag for winter. And I mean, our winter stuff we're gonna pull out, and then our spring stuff we're gonna shove in.
Oh man, there's always that steady number 7. Gotta keep that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, what do you guys?
I took out my heated vest.
So not just clothes, you mean anything.
She had a heated vest.
I had a heated vest that I used a bunch of times this year in other states.
I took out my ski pants. I mean,
And it was my ski vest too that I wear there, but I mean, it helped out on the course, but that comes out. I switched out to a smaller speaker, especially when we were walking. I emptied out a lot of stuff out of my bag just for the whole walking part of it, but I definitely put more stuff in it when we're like getting a ride. I'm for sure gonna load up a little bit more on water, and but I've really gotten good this time of not having a lot of stuff. I used to have a cooler.
do you think it's because I gave you so much crap that one time?
I don't know. I think I've just really changed in the last 7 months to where I don't like
you
clutter.
had a cooler because you had beer.
Yeah, but not only that, I had snacks for everyone.
Yeah, you did.
I had snacks for days.
Cheese.
Cheese, grapes, crackers. Like, we're talking good stuff. We're gonna have some good snacks. We're at least gonna have some good food here.
I know, that was always the best.
Rarely bringing that even anymore for snacks.
I am falling apart on the snacks.
Yeah.
I used to be Mac Daddy on snacks.
Yeah.
And
me
now
too.
I get so mad. We'll be playing and I'm all of a sudden hungry and I go in my bag and there's nothing in there.
Just an old thing of string cheese.
Not even that. I could probably eat that. There's not even nut there. I mean, there's not. I mean, I always have granola bars and like the chewy granola bars.
Yeah.
Maybe you're focused on your game more.
And
Maybe you're thinking about your score or technique instead of I'm going to get hungry along the way.
Or if it's 9 or 18 holes.
You know what? I never
That's
think
true.
about. I never think about the food when I'm on the course. It's weird. I think about it when I'm standing next to my bag, and all of us are waiting for somebody. Then it's like, oh, I could be eating a snack.
Yeah, I could just hurry and eat something right away.
Sometimes it depends who I'm golfing with.
Mm-hmm.
I usually golf with my husband most of the time. He's very serious, just a protein cookie or a bar. None of the with extra wrapper or a Ziploc bag. He's very serious because it just takes up time. Where me, I try to get a little bit more creative, and you never know what you're going to crave on hole 16.
Right?
It's more like if I'm going in the morning too, I'll for sure make sure I have food. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I don't know what I'm going to do after. And it's like, oh, I'll make sure I have something.
18 holes, 4 hours-ish, you do need something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you carrying in your bag right now? Because I took some out, so I've got a pitching wedge, a 50, a 60, an 8, a 5, a 6 hybrid, a 3 wood, and a driver.
Mine are kind of like that. I just have a lot in my bag right now. I don't have more than 14, but I've got a lot just because I was trying the irons. And I'm trying some from you.
So I've got the number 4. I've got 14 as well.
Okay.
You know what was really funny is, I don't know if it was, I think it was yesterday or maybe Nibley, but I remember walking with my clubs and I remember walking to a shot and I thought, you know what's weird is I don't have that club in my bag. I took it out. And it's funny because I kept thinking, I don't need 14 clubs. But as I was playing, I realized there were clubs that I probably could have used. And so I'm going to have to rethink the giving up all the clubs, because I think that maybe once I've learned how to hit the irons, I'm really going to be able to know my distances. And I think that that's something that the iron offers that the 3-wood and the hybrid don't, is that straight shot. Instead of that off to the side or.
Well, I find I'll use one particular, depending on my game, one iron. Obviously, I brought out the 7, but I'm more comfortable taking off a little bit, either a 3/4 swing, and you still using that, even though I could use another iron for that distance. We're best friends, and so sometimes the 7 I can keep playing.
Does your 7 have a name? How can you be best friends without a name?
Maybe that's its name.
Best friend?
BF.
Oh, you should just call it best friend.
Grab my best friend.
Yeah, I do have a 5-wood. His name is Steve.
Okay, but
Yes.
see, that's what
But
I'm saying. I don't think there's anything wrong with naming your clubs. I mean, I have SBJ. That stands for Sweet Baby Jesus. And it's because you can say Sweet Baby Jesus in a negative way and in a positive way.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so it's universal.
I've got the Brownstein.
You have the Brownstein. I had to take out the Pugmire. I took out the Pugmire, and it really is hurting me. It's a 50-degree wedge. It's a bulky, and I love it so much. I'm magic with it, and I've had it for years. And now I had to give it up because I have the new Scott 50 and 60, which are fantastic. I mean, they're giving me distance that I didn't know that a 60 and a 50 could do.
That's what you want too. I mean, I was impressed with it too.
Yeah, it was good.
You need to spend some time, get to know each other a little more.
I know, we're gonna have to get to know each other and maybe have a romance.
Yeah, you have to spend time.
I really do. I think that that's one of those things where, you have to do that with your clubs and give them names.
It is scary to get new clubs. I did last year.
Humans.
She's even named her speaker, so.
What is your speaker?
His name is Kevin. And because a lot of the times, you ever see commercials on TV where somebody does something stupid and they go, "Oh, Kevin," and they're like, "Oh, Kevin will do that." Yeah, so Kevin is a real.
Well, it took you a minute to name your speaker, but you
Yeah.
finally went with Kevin.
Yeah.
We did go through some other trial opportunities.
We did.
And they didn't feel right, but Kevin felt.
Kevin just came right back. Good.
Kevin sounds like the male version of Karen.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh, I could we should. That's the new thing.
Yeah, that's
Kevin
it.
is Karen.
That's what made me think of Karen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You
That
guys,
works.
this was so much fun. I had so much fun. Angie, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that you'll join us again.
Of
another
course,
time.
thanks for the invitation.
And we're just going to golf with you. We're probably going to make you tired of golf. You're probably going to have can we have a safe word?
I know she's gonna be like, they are texting me way too much, honey. I think I don't know what I got myself into.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing now.
We might have to have a safe word.
You can tell us to settle down.
Yeah, settle down.
I don't see that happening, but I appreciate it.
You're going to say no a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we have to sometimes. I can't always make it, but I love that if the word's out, we're, able to at least approach that. And, most of the time I would like to make it. I just know I can't always, but
Yes,
it's been fun so far. 2 days in a row? That was good, Angie.
Yeah, I was really excited
I had
about
3
that.
days in a row. I feel like I should start my streak now. Last year I played 265 days. The year before that I played 216 days, but I played 187 consecutive days of golf.
That's a lot of golf.
Yes.
It was. I will tell you that at 170 I was like, do I have to do this? But as long as I got 3 holes in, then I could finish.
Sure.
But
sure.
yeah, it was either 9 or 18, but even 9 at 187 got long.
Wow, that's a lot. I feel like we're making up for time because we had such a long winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like there's lost time, so
Yep, I
let's
agree.
squeeze in some more.
We're going to pick it up.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Thanks, you girl.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Have a
I've
great
enjoyed
night.
it.
Boop.
See.
Okay, that was pretty awesome.
All right. Thanks, Facebook. And Jan.
That was fun.
Angie, way to
Turn this
go.
off. one we can take out.
Oh yeah.
We did it.
Nice work.
I liked doing it in little segments too.
I know, wasn't that better?
Yep. Because sometimes we just would stop anyway because we need
We're
to.
exhausted.
Sure,
But
for
then
a
it's
longer
like-
time.
Yeah, or just to regroup and be like, okay, let's, and it's just nice taking the little.
Well, it's nice that we are kind of better at this now
Yeah.
than we were in the first ones. The first ones are like, they're just a whole bunch of talking. It's not bad, I mean, because that's what it's supposed to be, but it's
Sure.
really unstructured.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So, and I
listened to
like
one,
that we
two,
had
three.
to learn.
Oh yeah, she
to be
listened to
structured.
it.
Yeah, and now we learn to be structured.
I told her, I'm like, I haven't listened to the edited versions yet.
Did you get Darcy? You were talking about Darcy Olson,
Yep.
and she was my coach for a couple of years.
I have a Darcy Olson interview.
Nice. She's so sweet.
I love her.
She got really busy though.
She's so busy.
She's so busy, she doesn't have time for
she's
me anymore.
She's a ceiling breaker. I mean,
Yeah.
she has created a juniors program that Nike likes so much that they're going to buy it from her.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so she's gonna. I don't know if
That's
she's gonna
awesome.
teach it or be any part of it, or they're gonna buy it from her. But I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars because of this program.
Wow.
She was the first coach to talk about how does that feel. 'Cause
Yeah.
there are a whole bunch of coaches that will draw diagrams and film, and she's like, but how did that feel at the end? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's totally changed my game. And my foot's asleep. I would stand up.
I know my
Yeah, I
left
know.
one
My-
is.
the blood get back to my
Okay, this
foot.
one. Does this one go in my case?
Yes. These two things do. And I brought down a cord or two cords